Powered by the Montana Television Network. This is the Noon News from Montana's news leader.
Good afternoon, and thanks so much for tuning in today. I'm Aja Goare. Our top story today, New York City police and the FBI are investigating Monday's botched terror bombing near Times Square. Sources tell CBS News the suspect claimed to be inspired by ISIS, but at this point authorities believe he acted alone. CBS's Meg Oliver reports.
Under the watchful eye of the NYPD, commuters were back in the underground walkway this morning where the botched explosion took place. 27-year-old Ikayat Ullah is facing terrorism charges, accused of detonating a crude pipe bomb during the height of New York's rush hour Monday morning. He suffered burns. 5 other people also have minor injuries.
I think what we saw yesterday was something that could have been far, far worse.
NYPD Deputy Commissioner John Miller told CBS this morning that the immigrant from Bangladesh who was living in Brooklyn appeared to be financially stable and was not known to authorities.
He's somewhat characteristic of what we've been seeing across the world, which is somebody who turns up one day out of the blue.
The attack took place underground, the world's busiest bus terminal. Close to 6 million people ride the New York City subway every day.
The incident comes less than 2 months after a man used a truck to mow down pedestrians in Manhattan. New Yorkers we spoke to are determined not to let terrorists disrupt their lives.
It doesn't affect me as much that to change my decision of taking bus or driving to the city.
Ullah came to the U.S. in 2011 on a visa available to some relatives of American citizens. President Trump says family visas are incompatible with national security and is calling for immigration reform. Meg Oliver, CBS News, New York.
Investigators are now questioning the suspect's family to see if they knew about his plan. Here in Montana, the man shot by Great Falls police on Monday is dead. Few details are being released, but we do know the deadly encounter happened before noon near the intersection of 52nd Street North and 10th Avenue. Police say they were searching for a male suspect wanted for questioning about some earlier incident. When officers located that man, he allegedly brandished a weapon and was shot and killed. No officers were injured, but those involved are on paid administrative leave. The investigation is now in the hands of Montana Division of Criminal Investigation. A North Dakota woman now admits she killed a pregnant 22-year-old woman so she could take the victim's unborn baby. Brooke Cruz pleaded guilty Monday to the murder of Savannah Graywind. The victim went missing from her Fargo apartment in August when she was 8 months pregnant. Graywind's body was found 8 days later in the Red River, her newborn baby in Cruz's possession. Cruz's boyfriend William Hone is also charged. His trial is set for March. Alabama voters head to the polls today for a special election that's under the national microscope. There typically is not much of a contest in the historically red state, but sexual misconduct accusations against Republican Roy Moore have shaken the race. Moore, who has denied the allegations made by at least 5 women, rode horseback today to cast his ballot. President Trump is supporting Moore, calling his opponent Doug Jones a puppet. Meanwhile, President Trump signed the National Defense Authorization Act this morning. The House and Senate passed the $700 billion plan last month. That act establishes the spending levels and policies for the Department of Defense, raising pay for service members, increasing active duty and reserve troops, and bulking up missile defense. Deer tags for Montana Fish, Wildlife and Parks' special chronic wasting disease hunt are sold out. FWP says 1,200 tags sold out within 3 hours Monday. The special hunt begins on Friday. It's an effort to collect a statistically viable sample of the mule deer and whitetail populations in Carbon County. For the first time, 6 deer tested positive this fall for the fatal neurological disease, and FWP wants to determine the prevalence and distribution of that disease. After filling their tags, hunters must submit their deer for CWD testing. Each successful hunter will be issued a serial number, which connects them to a database so they can track the results of their sample. Expect some subtle changes to your license plate when you register your vehicle next year. Currently, tags are black and white to save the state some money, but those tabs will soon change to colored tabs to make it easier for police officers in Montana to recognize if you have an expired tag. The new tabs take effect this January 2nd. Plans to develop a major hotel and convention center in Billings now taking new shape as a plan to redevelop downtown. The City Council voted Monday to extend a memorandum of understanding with the Hammes Company. That's the development group proposing the One Big Sky Center. That memorandum does not obligate any funds from the city. The One Big Sky Center would be split into 2 phases and could add up to $350 million in public investment. Now, right now, there's no hard numbers and no bids, just estimates. We could, though, get a better idea of what the public-private partnership could look like by February. The latest Ag News is next, and still ahead, another celebrity ensnared in sexual harassment allegations. Details about the popular chef when we return. But first, Ed has our weather forecast. Stay with us.
You're watching